Oh.
Was fracking on Instagram.
Boy, Terry, bro, that shape up right now not doing you no favors, boy.
I got the love.
Oh,
Oh no, that man got the Batman symbol. No.
What? I got the love.
no, boy, that boy look like Superman right now, boy. That little curly.
Hold on.
That man serving up Happy Meals with that ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Look at it.
What? Hey, don't let me get started on the naps now. Hold on now. The textures, boy. Hold on.
Hey, yo.
Y'all ain't ready for the naps, boy.
I'm on your head, bro.
Y'all ain't ready for the naps, bro. Hold on. Y'all ain't ready for the carpet, cuz. Stop playing with me, bro. That shit disgusting.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Look. You feel me? I don't got
That's why
nothing
the
to
hood
say.
stays up.
That's why the hood stay like this. The hood still stay like this, bro. Whole podcast.
That nigga look like the Darth Vader Kermit meme.
Oh, that's wild.
All right, bro. Y'all boys ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm
All
already
right.
ready.
What episode is this? This is episode 4, right?
Yeah, it should be 4.
Big fours,
All
nigga.
right, say less. All right, welcome back to the 4 a.m. podcast. This is episode 4. Today we got a special guest of Keon Reynolds, my guy over here, Mr. Miami Heat fan over here. All right.
That boy had to rip. That boy had to rip. That nigga said,
Where did we
I'm on
talk?
camera? Shit.
I mean, I read a lot of teams. It don't really matter.
Hey, I fucks with it.
Hey, I feel it though.
One team. Most people that I know that rep one team, like, usually are casuals.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's why I really don't talk to them like that. It's either they casuals or they don't know what the fuck be going on. They see one thing and they be like, oh, that's how the player is. It's that mom mentality.
Bro, you're not wrong because, Terry, bro, we know that one person where if you talk about any other center besides his team, they're trash. Apparently, Joel Embiid is trash. But no, Nikola Jokic, he's fine.
Nah.
He's straight.
We all know Carl Anthony Towns is the greatest center ever graced the NBA.
Ever. Who the fuck is Shaq, bro? We're
It's-
talking, who is
I'm
Shaq?
taking Rudy Gobert over Carl Anthony Towns. But
nigga
this
like
podcast episode, we definitely are gonna just talk about sports mainly today. So let's
I
get
got a dog Nick. You know
topic.
what I'm saying? We chilling.
All right, what are y'all's thoughts on this year's like All-Star Weekend? Like, how do y'all like the way it's set up?
I'll take the first one, I guess. I guess because there was a little controversy earlier because some people were saying that like, oh, how like LeBron said, hey, let's get like All-Star break off, or like, you know, and like no one plays it. But I mean, still, I was saying that he has like a little bit of a point because, you know, All-Star break. I guess it's not really a break for people who make it into like the game because like it does get sweaty, especially around the end. But
they added a score limit, so it definitely helps it get more sweaty. It's more.
Yeah. So like, but I still think that it's pretty good that they're having it, and like there hasn't really been that many complaints about it. And all I'm saying is that like
Don't do that.
Bro, what the fuck did you just send us?
Send him a picture of his fucking face.
Bro, I can't. Niggas can't do nothing, bro. Boy, I saw that snap, send it, and I went straight to my phone.
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo, wow.
We're back.
Continue, my guy. Continue. That boy from.
I know I froze, bro. I know I froze.
Yo, we can't talk about anything.
That nigga came back.
Look,
No, I wouldn't need my fan on for this episode, but hold on.
that boy sweating.
Bro,
But nah,
this nigga already 6
My
seconds
bad.
in, bro.
My bad. Real talk. My bad.
But like, real talk. What I'm saying is that like I like the team setup though. I like even though like it's definitely like both players obviously like their teams because like they pick them. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. LeBron's team. If there was like a definition for LeBron's team, it definitely has to be that nigga just a 2K sweat, bro. Because that shit.
Yeah, that's a 2K sweat lineup right there. But I know that you prefer LeBron's team, right?
Oh yeah, I think LeBron's team is gonna win like the All-Star game.
Okay, Keon, which team do you think is gonna win the All-Star game? What's your whole take on it?
LeBron's team. LeBron's team is more accomplished. It looks more better on paper.
Yeah.
And KD's team looks like we just got niggas who can just score when we want to. Well, LeBron built his team around based on how niggas can just do different stuff as they roll. And I fuck with that because it's like, KD did say he didn't really care, whatever. But it shows like you can tell LeBron can be like a GM and like later on during his career.
GM.
You know, that nigga trying to own a team, so I mean, like, he getting started early.
I would.
What team do we think he could own one day?
Bro, he might buy out Cleveland. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
he the type to do it.
Yeah, you already
He buy out Cleveland just to be Dan Gilbert's boss if he's still there.
I know he would enjoy every.
He the type of nigga to do that shit. Not even fire him. He'd keep him right there. Oh my god.
If Dan Gilbert resigns, bro, hire his son, bro. No, it's over. He's never letting that nigga go.
Smoking straight Gilbert pack, huh?
Yeah, that nigga go.
LeBron, if LeBron becomes the owner, he'll probably. I saw that. You ain't slick. I saw that. I saw that.
You ain't slick. That's how you dropped that.
We saw that. That nigga tried to look up like.
Bro, let that nigga live. God,
no one's safe.
Oh, no one's safe, God. Especially mine. Hold on. Let me stop playing.
Yeah, cover the McDonald's logo real quick.
Hey, that's a sponsorship. What are you talking about, bro?
Oh my God.
We're making money. We're making money right now.
Relax. Relax. But in my opinion, with the All-Star break, LeBron's team, like Keon mentioned, it is fantastic on paper. Like, don't get me wrong. But I always feel like the game is about a bucket. And KD's lineup with Zach LaVine, who's a dog, easily a case for most improved player, in my opinion, because just the way he's improved his level of play, just another gear. It's pretty impressive. He put Chicago back on the map since like D Rose. And Devin Booker, too. I mean, like that's the definition of a motherfucking bucket. So I'd have to go with KD's team, even though everyone would want to go.
You don't think most improved would go to like Julius Randle though?
No, like he has a case, but I'm just saying like Zach LaVine has a case as well. Like I'm not saying he's gonna win it per se, but he has a case because of just the level of play that he's been at this season. So Terry, you add anything on the All-Star break?
Shit, all I know is I'm about to sit down as a casual, you know what I'm saying? Watch that shit. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be about 160 on each side or whatever the fuck.
They added the dunk contest at halftime. That's a
halftime. That shit is cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Pretty great.
Halftime
that'll definitely be fun to watch.
Cool that one time, but instead of like a performance, it's just like a dunk contest, which is a performance in its own right.
Yeah, which is cool.
Best possible thing, just all in a day. That at halftime. 3-point and skills challenge before, like I feel like that's just the perfect way to handle All-Star Weekend. Like, really.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've talked about the All-Star game. What about NBA officiating? That's been like a really hot topic. The scene this year, especially Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert getting fined. I remember the Kawhi Leonard one for a game against Harden. Somehow it was an offensive foul when he just simply went into the lane, got a contact layup and won, but it was an offensive foul. How do y'all feel about NBA officiating this year?
It's ass.
Nice and simple. It's ass.
Yep, summed it up pretty nice.
I will blame Harden. But there's so many factors of how the game is to protect offensive players and sometimes defensive players. But it's just, you can tell it could be one-sided of a game because some players can't do the things they want to do without, a whistle being called. And me and Angelo talked about this, and we looked at 3 refs that's shitty as fuck. And that's Neymar, Scott Foster, and Mark Davis. All 3 of those refs are straight ass. Because every time, say like the Warriors, back when the Warriors played the Cavs in 2017 finals, that game 4, just certain ref went in that game, and every time the Warriors play have that ref in their game, they lose. So it's like it's a problem. It's like these refs have something against certain players, right? And we've been know about this, but right now it's getting much worse, and players can't just be themselves.
Yeah, like there's no personality on the court really. You have to be so timid all the time. Like you just have to go with the flow. You can't get riled up about a call, but like that just shows how passionate you are about the sport. In my opinion,
Yeah,
most likely
I think
everyone.
it's really weird. We've seen refs have definitely their favorites, and then like they come together and say fuck this one nigga. Like most people who are like know about the NBA know about the whole Allen Iverson versus like referee case, where like they were just ragging on him for the longest. The slightest thing he did, if he so much as like looked in the ref's direction with like any sort of like just basically looked at them, they'll tech him, throw him out the game, you know. And you couldn't say shit about it. But like it's crazy because like I don't know, a lot of people bring it up about like how like LeBron basically every single time he goes up, he'll like look at the ref and like try and like complain for a foul, right? And a lot of people say that's annoying. But how comes he's able to do that? But other players will do that exact same thing. That's a tech one. We saw Boogie Cousins at like the beginning of the season, like pretty much breathe on the ref, and the ref threw him straight out the game, and that made no sense. And I don't care how much you may think about Boogie Cousins in his past, bro. If this man didn't do anything to warrant a tech, you don't give him a tech. You know, like man ain't even complaining. You just threw him out regardless. And I just think the refs getting like they're soft. They're in their feelings and they're soft, like they are. And I remember Stephen A. brought up a really great point about NBA refs talking about like a lot of them are scared about the Malice in the Palace. That happened so they don't want players to flare up and get emotional. But like it's a contact sport, you know. People won't show emotion, you know. These are the best players in the world, you know. So like they gonna show emotion because all of them want to win, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like I don't know, refs just seem mad. It's like I got a lot of complaints about the refs, not only like just like being in their feelings, but like also like allowing like foul baiting to happen or like allowing flopping to happen or stuff like that. All that needs to like be addressed and changed, and they just don't do anything about it. And that's my take.
Yeah, and it's an interesting point that Stephen A. Smith does bring up with the Malice in the Palace thing. But the difference between then and now is that like the NBA, it has changed drastically. Like, and it's now more of like an up and down game. It allows scores to flourish instead of just individual like defensive builds. Like Kawhi, like when he first came to the league, like you could really like see his defense, but like now, like I feel like there's just more fouls called on someone like a Kawhi Leonard. It's just easier for people to have these 40-point games. 40-point games back in the day, like when you saw Kobe get 40, you saw him grind for 40. Like he was going through clogged lanes, everyone was hacking him. Sometimes like he dislocated his shoulder, started shooting with the left hand. Like then that man, when he scored back in the day, it was tough for him. But now like I feel like there's just too much leeway with the foul calls. Like a Luka Doncic going into the lane, just pump fake, jump into the defender. It's an and one or the line almost every single time.
Remember at the beginning of the season, Trae Young was averaging like 30, and like half of those, or like more than half of those, are just him at the line. Like he would literally blow past a defender and then would just back into them and shoot, and then he would get the foul call. And I was like, well, I mean, like if we're doing this, I mean, like shit, are we even playing basketball anymore? We're just playing a free throw simulator. We're just like people taking shots from three, like.
Yeah, it's just really dumb. And someone like a Trae Young or Kemba Walker, like I understand that they have to do that like from time to time because they're little and it would make sense. But when a Luka Doncic is just able to do that like so consistently, like that's a little too soft for my liking. And not only just the in-game calls, like like an on-ball foul, but just like the technicals, they're just out of hand. So like did y'all see the Devin Booker one where he just passes to the ref and they just saw that as tech? And I'm just like,
it was too aggressive. Or like
what are we getting into, my guy? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Apparently, the ref said he was like being aggressive. Like he said profanity and all that, and that's why he got ejected. So D-Book came on and said, "Oh, how I say some stuff like that during a game like this, but when it be like a least important game, they don't really care."
That really makes no sense.
It's dumb.
It's so dumb.
really shouldn't even be like that. Cause like, bro, as a cast of refs, bro, you should just be like damn near spectators who are able to kind of control the flow of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like refs shouldn't be so like powerful on a court. Like, yeah, they need to be able to enforce some type of rule. You know what I'm saying? They got to do what they got to do, but your hand shouldn't be completely in the cookie jar. You should just be like fucking with the lid, bro. Like you don't need that much influence. So like, oh yeah, a nigga like, a basketball player may fucking say profanity to you, but imagine what he's saying to the nigga on the court. Like he's in the middle of a game. Like of course he's going to say something that's he wouldn't say to you on the street. Like what? So
yeah,
you get shook and now you throw it. No, that's not how that works, bro. You are not who the anger is directed at unless you're bullshitting. The second you like the refs who don't call as much BS calls are liked around the league. So stop fucking calling shit that like, and then you'll slowly solve the problem. That's at least what I think about this shit.
Yeah, to like piggyback of what Terry's saying, like obviously like these guys, they're officiating, so they should be just officiating the game. They shouldn't really be having that much straight up power to be like, oh, like and they're definitely targeting certain players, because like there are other players who we see have like will go off on nights and they won't get a call and then they just won't they'll say something to the ref and the ref completely ignores it. But like usually it's a star player that I guess they want to like try and make a statement saying, hey, you can't do this to me. And I understand you want there to be like respect between like you and like another person, but I mean in the heat of the moment a lot of times these guys are fighting for a lot right now, and this is their job. It's like how refereeing is your job, and there's gonna be those moments where they'll curse at this. Like there's I'm sure as hell in the back of the locker room with the refs, y'all don't like be sipping on just like fish and chips and just be like proper and shit. Y'all be saying shit to each other too, and then like also like a lot of time I don't think players would be like this if the refs were consistent with their calls. A lot of times they flip-flop back and forth between like what's this, and it's not just like a certain type of ref. It's like a lot of times like these refs like themselves, 1 minute they'll be let the game flow, next minute they're like, nah, that's a foul, stop, that's a foul. You know what I'm saying?
Especially like when you get into the playoffs and it's more physical and they actually allow more calls. It's like, okay, just keep it like this in the regular season. Like, we need some form of consistency. You know what I'm saying? So like playoff football. Not football, my bad. Playoff basketball is crack. Like it's amazing to watch because you feel me, they let the niggas play. But like you get the regular season basketball, it's just like, my nigga, what is that called? Why are you teching him? Why are you doing that? It's like, bro, relax.
It's not even like, because to me the intensity is gonna go up no matter what. Like
obviously.
Like playoff football, playoff basketball, playoff hockey, the intensity always goes up, and the refs for like most of these sports get more lenient with physicality. But it's not just that. It's when they just calling these like little foo-foo shit like all the time, and even in playoffs sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? Like them awarding flops, them like awarding foul baiting, awarding all these things, or like getting them like turning into like basically sissies when like they get yelled at or something. Like. I understand you want to be in a position of power, but like y'all gotta like y'all can cost, like y'all doing that. Obviously, like when they threw out Donovan Mitchell, that pretty much cost the Jazz the game. They weren't gonna win that game without Donovan. They weren't, and that's a lot to do. Like unless he's like really like getting into your like getting in your head, basically being on your ass about like every single like call. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's really needs to be like an effect to like really do all that, like throw a person out.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of like what you're saying, and to really just close it is, it's not setting up these regular season, like these games in the regular season aren't setting up teams for ideal playoff basketball. If you're gonna be ejecting players and calling all these dumb fouls, but then not do it in the playoffs, it's like it's just setting them up for failure. It's like there's no consistency in the game, like you guys were talking about. And to close on that, it's some of the best players that we've had like in the history of the game, they were emotional, passionate players that like talked a lot. Like Kevin Garnett is a great example of someone that trash talked a lot, but he was a lot of people's favorite players because of like how passionate he was when he played every single night. And like with them just ejecting players for being so passionate about the sport, it kind of just takes away from the game. And I don't think anybody's really messing with it. It really needs to stop. But
Sure.
since we're talking about NBA, who is y'all's current MVP?
Me, I'm gonna just come in here right now since this nigga Terry doing shit in the back.
Nigga can't turn on his lights, good.
Nah, nigga.
That boy about to disappear, face.
Oh, what? Son was leaving my hacker. That's crazy.
I'm gonna say I was definitely saying Curry earlier because of like how well the Warriors are doing. Like man, that Joel Embiid game, bro, where he dropped like what was it, bro? Like
Wasn't it 50?
somewhere, bro. Like Joel Embiid.
Even the 40 against Utah, like they three-point shot to send it to OT. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you say like all this is had like I gotta be. I'm starting to hop on this Joel Embiid train. I'm still think Curry is definitely in this conversation. But like I really think it is like Curry, Joel Embiid obviously, and then like my other pick is actually going to be I think James Harden deserves to be in there. I think he deserves a good shout to be in there. He's caught
they've been missing KD,
and like ever since the Nets have found their role, they found their role. Like him and Kyrie has great synergy together. It seems like, and I think like he should be rewarded at least to be like in the discussion for like MVP.
Exactly. Yeah, I have to go to Joel Embiid as well. His jump in stats from last season to now, it's actually ridiculous. Like the fact that he's found when to like take shots. Because before I feel like he struggled with knowing when to shoot. He would miss big shots just in the clutch because you already are hindered with a point guard and Ben Simmons who doesn't space the floor. But this season, he's really put it all together with the post work, just everything. It's really beautiful to watch as a big man. Keon, your MVP?
My MVP is hard. I'll have a top 5. Number 1, I go Embiid. 2, I go Jokic, because Jokic is really balling this year. But I feel like if he was the first seed,
That nigga, I was saying, nah, Terry, boy, you was.
That boy said, "What it do, YouTube? We
Dog, bro, nah, bro, my nigga, I went so black,
bro.
Oh my
there was
fuck,
nothing there.
there was nothing there.
Run that back. So open your mouth. When you speak to me, speak with your chin up like it's picture day.
My bad, bro.
It was like you couldn't tell if it was his hair or his body. All from head to that shit was. Bro,
shit!
I looked at Terry, bro. All you saw on his hoodie was just black. Bro. I can't even do that. I can't even make that black enough, bro.
Black licorice looking at.
Oh my god, that ain't a good look. Hold on, my bad, Keon. My bad. Oh Jesus.
but I got Jokic at 2nd. 3rd, I got Curry. 4th, I got Chris Paul, and then I got LeBron. Chris Paul up there because his impact on the Suns right now, they're the 2nd seed, they're rolling, they're hot, and without him, there would have been none. So he should be out there for MVP. For real. His impact is something different. He changed a lot of franchises up.
Yeah, he's definitely the point guard. Like
the point guard.
One of the best playmakers. I think he's right behind LeBron as the best playmaker in the NBA.
Yeah, I completely agree. I actually think Chris Paul deserves a lot more credit than he deserves.
That's fair. So Terry, do you have an MVP or MVP top 5 or top 3?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Casual over here, so if I had to pick an MVP from just what I've seen, I'd probably give it to LeBron, to be honest with you. Especially since he lost AD. They're not terrible. You feel me? They're just keeping pace. So that's why I'd definitely go with Braun, to be honest with you. That's because I don't really know anybody else, so I can't speak on him.
And I mean, like that's a dark horse pick because it's just the storyline of LeBron, because the NBA loves their storylines. It's like he's 36 years old and AD gets injured before LeBron. Like that's crazy to think that LeBron is like just that durable. And he's recording Space Jam 2. He's captain of the All-Star game. He's playing in the All-Star game, but KD's out, AD's out, and he's just still here, and he's still gearing up for another Western or Conference Finals appearance, and then hopefully a Finals appearance. But now that we've talked about the MVP, are there any other awards that you could give out right now? I know Michael mentioned Julius Randle for Most Improved Player. Are there any like candidates for other awards that you're just like, yeah, they've won it already?
For me, not really. It's really just like the race for MVP. Most improved I see is like how you said Zach LaVine, I said Julius Randle. I really just see those two, really. And for everything else,
I think Christian Wood's had a good season. I haven't looked at his stats recently, but
that's true. I think like those are the two, and like everything else. I mean, like Coach of the Year, they're probably just gonna give like whoever's like has like the best record. If I'm being honest, or one of those top 3 teams. And everyone, if you ask me, everyone knows. So I always say like one of the best coaches is Eric Spoelstra. But like most of the time, and I'm not saying like definitely he like always deserves Coach of the Year or whatever. But like obviously, you know, I'm definitely Heat fan, so I have some bias in this. But like I always think Eric Spoelstra is like a top coach and like underrated in a lot of people's eyes because everyone just says like, oh, we just got carried by the big 3. But like other than that. Yeah, I don't have anybody else really for any other awards, if I'm being honest.
this looks cool. I don't like that camera or that light angle. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I'm not moving. I don't give a fuck. I'm chilling.
So Keon, you got any award? Do you have any people for awards already in this point of the season?
For this year, 6-man, I got Jordan Clarkson.
Okay. Yeah.
Most improved, I go Julius Randle. He really improved this year. And the first player of the year between Ben Simmons and Gobert.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons can guard any position, 1 through 5. Now Vance is locked down. And I say Coach of the Year between like Quinn Snyder or like Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers has been really good. I think Doc Rivers.
Yeah, he's really transformed Philly.
Like it's crazy what the niggas that can actually do with an actual coach.
Yeah. So we got 2 minutes left. For me, this season, Rookie of the Year, I think it's locked down LaMelo Ball. I mean, I've been watching LaMelo Ball since it's like high school days because I was just eager to see him in the league. I knew that Lonzo was kind of deemed better at one point. But, like, I always thought, like, just the way LaMelo seems comfortable in scoring the rock and just on the court as a floor general, I just think his ceiling is higher than Lonzo. And he's translated very well to the NBA after playing overseas instead of going to college. So that's, like, just really cool to watch it all come together. He definitely is all that. And most improved player, I know a lot of people say Julius Randle, but for me, I gotta give it to Carmelo Anthony in Portland. Like,
that's a good shot. I haven't heard that.
That's a shout.
That's a
casuals were like, yo, this man cannot hoop. They took him off the Nets and just no one wanted to touch him. And they're like, oh, he probably wants too much money, blah, blah, blah. And like, he obviously needed to check his ego when he was out of the league, but then he went right back in the lab. And I've been talking about Chris Brickley or what's the NBA trainer's name?
I think it's Brickley or something like that.
Yeah, Chris Brickley. Like, I've been talking about him. His training, I think it's one of the best it's the best decisions you can do as an NBA talent because CJ McCollum, I've just seen Cole Anthony, who else? RJ Barrett. Like, there's all these players. I think I've seen James Harden go to him. J.R. Smith's gone to him. So, yeah, essentially a lot of talents have gone to Chris Brickley, and they've just turned their whole game around, and they've improved drastically whenever they go see him. And so with Melo, you always saw Hoodie Melo. That's essentially where it came from. And this year, like, Melo coming off the bench, he's not even in the starting lineup. They don't have CJ. And
the ranking that niggas was doing, bro, that one was too funny, bro. And then when I mean niggas, he knows who I'm talking to, too.
What you talking about? We're trying to get into.
Niggas moving cups, bro, on my ass, bro. Hey, but then karma got your ass back. Is then that lightning came in.
No, yo, that shit was hilarious.
That shit was.
I thought you were 4K.
I was hoping I was slick. Cause I was in that bitch slowly moving it.
Nah,
Bitches,
bro.
we're watching you the
Once I
whole
was like this,
time.
bro, once I was like this, I knew it was.
Cause I said, the second I saw Michael go, I'm like, oh. I like, fuck. The nigga saw that whole shit. Dog, it got to a point I couldn't even see my face. I didn't know what I looked like for a second.
Nah, you was eviscerated. You was gone, bro. You was eviscerated.
That boy done disappeared for real.
I was so black. Oh my god. It got me fucked. This is why we need studio lights, bro. I'm telling you, gotta get a studio, bro. God. Yeah.
Bro, once we get the studio rolling, bro, it's raps, dog.
It's raps.
You're not wrong. You ain't never lied.
I'm gonna need them stadium lights. Just to look normal.
Cause what, man?
The second the moon come up. Done.
That was tough. When you disappeared, boy, I was like, oh yeah, it's over.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna live this one down.
And once, man, you know, if I
was in that bed giving the little tour cut.
What it do, YouTube?
what it do, y'all boys? House tour, you know what I'm saying?
That boy moved
MTV
the camera
crib,
at
you know
all.
what I'm saying?
What?
Episode. Terry
It's catching the angle.
Yeah.
MTV Cribs in this bitch.
Oh man.
All right. Look,
back to Wilson's point because he was actually finishing off.
Yeah, he was actually
yeah. So let me continue. Carmelo Anthony, I definitely think he's the most improved player. His jumping stats, I don't have his stats up right now, but his jumping stats has been something serious. He's been coming off the bench as a sixth man, and he can also win sixth man of the year. It's either of those two, most improved player or sixth man of the year. He's been pretty good at them.
I think if he's coming off the bench, sixth man is probably his.
Yeah, it's a fair shout. I mean, who's really coming close besides Jordan Clarkson?
Maybe Lou Williams, probably could say.
Yeah, Lou Williams. But I think it's because like he's gotten the award so many times that someone like Carmelo would probably get it this year over him. Yeah, hold on. Let me go back and look at these goddamn topic ideas while we wait. How y'all thought about, or what did you guys think about the Drake EP?
So far.
Oh, scary.
Well, that's just slap.
Scary Hour?
Well, that's just slap. Thank you.
Nah, Keon, bro. Listen, because I remember I was in the call with Keon, bro, and we had said, Scary Hours 2 drop, you know what I'm saying? So they was playing COD, right? I just listened to a snippet. I was like, this shit gonna be a banger. And then Keon started playing it. Boy, let me tell you something, bro. Back to like this nigga dropped 3. That was one of the best nights of music, bro, we've had all year. That is the best night of music we had all year. Like he dropped, Bruno Mars dropped, and if you kind of Tory Lanez, he dropped too. But like the big boys of Drake and Bruno Mars dropping that same night, that was just ridiculous.
Perfect guy.
Lemon Pepper Freestyle, my man.
When Lil Baby slid on,
when Baby came,
Lil Baby was spitting like someone stole his girl. Cause I was like, my nigga, what's your problem?
That nigga was. I'm talking about like they put a gun to his head and said, "Hit the hardest verse, so your whole crew died, bro." Buddy came on the mic with no mercy, bro. That Drake said, "Amen, bro." Baby came in, bro, and said,
"He said,
raps, boy, it's me."
Came and killed,
bro. The game is in disarray after that drop, man. Just a 3-song EP. That's all it took. That's literally
all 3-song EP. That nigga's still trending right now on Twitter, bro. It is Friday, March 5th, bro. That nigga's still trending, bro. And
crazy.
Drizzy a goat for real, man.
That shit. You wanted him. Mount Rushmore for me. I woke up.
Oh yeah.
That nigga's so wild, bro. Jesus.
I'm not even like a Drake fan, but you can ask Keon, all them boys. Like Drake was never really always on my list, bro. But I know like when a song is good, bro. And that was just like you gotta give Drake props. That nigga drops anytime he wants to. It's an automatic classic half the time.
Oh yeah.
You gotta give it to him, bro. Like,
and you know you're gonna hear it everywhere, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's when it gets to the radio, that's just a non-stop.
It's a non-stop banger.
I hope it doesn't become a TikTok song. Like
it's probably going. They gonna find a verse. Probably to do it off of.
Yeah, a couple bars, and they're just gonna like.
I don't mind TikTok too much. It's just like when some of them like white kids get to it and they be doing like they do that same setup dance they do all the time, bro. It's the same dance over and over again. There is no variation. It's the same dance, but it's just it's the
Get him his followers. Get him his followers.
Whoa, Tanner.
The same dance, but I don't want to like rank on like those people like that because if you were able to get your bag like that, they get your bag. But like at the same time, I'm like we can't be like just be sitting here like damn, this is like real content, like bro. Like I mean, if you want to have fun. But I mean like bro. Man, like
Bro, that should be
same
tough.
shit, man.
Become overnight celebrities with this TikTok.
All I know is, bruh, second them vaccines come out, summer 21 about to go dummy. I swear to God.
I hope so, bro. I hope
summer 21 about to go dumb. If Drake drops a full ass album before summer,
Certified Lover Boy.
Out, yes, bro.
Now listen, bro. I think this summer, if Drake drops, if
Summer
Bobby
21
Shmurda comes in by the summer, because you know his song gonna be bumping the whole time. You know, there's still some other people that's gonna be dropping hopefully this year. So I mean, like summer 16 might be. A lot of people saying Culture 3 gonna drop this summer. So
yeah.
So
aren't they gonna get Bobby Shmurda on the album? They gotta.
If
get
they drop
Bobby
any,
Shmurda.
if Bobby Shmurda drops any music, it could be a literal 5-minute like just track of him breathing, and popping.
Yeah, that shit blowing
popping
up.
off. What? That nigga going up, bro. Summer 21 about to go dumb. Bobby Shmurda.
Street's been loyal to Bobby.
Kendrick need to drop. Kendrick need to drop this summer.
Kendrick.
I'm waiting for Cole to drop.
Kendrick, Cole.
Kendrick and Cole, but more Kendrick. This man's been silent since damn. Like he needs.
He really just be taking his whole damn time, bro. What?
That was 20
Compton for real. Like, what is this man doing?
But you know when that bit dropped, though, about to break the streets.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're wrong.
The streets.
All right. All right. We had a non-sport topic there for a second. Shoot, that was kind of lit. But we're going to move on from the NBA to the NFL. First question in terms of the NFL today is, what is Russell Wilson's as well as Deshaun Watson's worth as QBs?
Boy.
Terry can start this because Terry hasn't really been talking.
I ain't gonna be too long, but like when it comes to them boys, especially with all the trade talks, it hurts my feelings as a Seahawks fan. But hey, especially with all the trade talks going around, it's really like bringing into fruition like what the fuck these niggas are actually worth. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you see like who was I thinking of? It was someone who had gotten traded for like a couple picks. You know what I'm saying? I completely forgot. But and then you like hear people like, bro, if you're gonna trade for Deshaun Watson, you're gonna have to give up your house, your keys, your daughter, your mom's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like them niggas nowadays, especially with the contracts that they make, like, bro, Deshaun Watson made $150 million for 4 years, bro, and he's not even done. He's got like $60 million guaranteed, and it's like as the quarterback market like goes up and up and up, it's just as the quarterback market goes up and up and up in terms of money, bro. Like you're gonna start needing to give way more just for these caliber, the crack caliber of players. So it's like when it comes to just what their value is, it's a lot. Like it's a commitment to want to get one of those guys from another team. Because to this day, Houston doesn't want to trade him, but a team is gonna have to give up a rib cage, a half of the rib cage, just to take him away. You know what I'm saying? And that's really all I got to say for that.
That really sucks. That really sucks for Deshaun Watson's case.
Oh yeah.
Just wants to go to a team like that's a contender. You know, I don't think he wants to build something like from the ground. I think he wants somewhere where you can just go there and instantly start winning.
Yeah.
The fact that they have to give away so much, I feel like that sucks. But Michael?
I'll say that I think Deshaun's is lower than Russell's off the simple fact like we know Deshaun doesn't want to like the Texans came out and said, oh, we think that, you know, the whole trade talks is out of the proportion. We came here knowing that Deshaun's going to play, and Deshaun came out and said, I'm not playing another down for these niggas. So we all know Deshaun wants to leave. And I think that's what's going to be able for him to get out because, like, obviously he had the clause. So whatever trade that, like, proposed, no matter what, he'll get his way because if he goes to trade like a bad team that's not the situation he wants, he can just be like, well, like, I'm just not going to waive my trade clause. But obviously, if he gets to a good team, then he'll waive his trade clause, and then he'll be able to go to us. And so I think he's in a better situation than or like he's like I mean less value. I mean like they'll probably be less given up for Deshaun than Russell. And I think that Deshaun will probably get his wish probably more around draft time, because then teams would be able to situate what's going on with free agency since the cap got dropped. We're already seeing I've been following like the Dolphins. I also follow the Saints as well, and I see them releasing they released their punter more that they've had for a very since the Super Bowl run. So they've been dropping multiple people. They've been dropping veterans. The Dolphins dropped Kyle Van Noy, they're going to drop him or trade him, which is a big one. And they saved $10 million in cap, which they're going to need. So he's probably going to get his wish around the draft. But for Russell Wilson, I definitely think for Russell, it's going to be about, you're going to probably give like 5 picks for that nigga. Because like with Deshaun, since he wants to leave, you could probably maybe steal him with like two or three picks in a player. But for Russell, obviously he's disgruntled, but like there isn't like he hasn't come out publicly and said, fuck these niggas. Because that's damn near what Deshaun's been saying. He's been saying, bro, I don't want to play another down. Yeah. And for Russ, he'll still probably play. He's very much a gentleman, and in a lot of people's eyes, who people want them to be their quarterback, that type of guy that like doesn't bring any controversy, is a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Very marketable. So I feel as if you have to give up not just like an arm and a leg, but like you probably not even have to give up your daughter, but your wife, like all that for
Russell, right? All of them took.
And who I feel sorry for the most in this situation is if those two players were to get traded, I would feel sorry for Jamal Adams the most, because that nigga came to Seattle wanting to win playoff games, and then he'll be back to square one. So, I mean, this is shit.
It could be helped if he could catch an interception, but hey, that's you feel me? I'm not going to say nothing. Okay.
What about Dak Prescott?
Oh, wait, let Keon say something, bro.
Keon.
Come on, Keon. Let me hear some. Let me hear some about Dakota.
So Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson. It's hard because it depends what team they're going. It depends what team it will be willing to trade to get them, because not every team can supply what the needs of those players. Now, Russell Wilson, as Michael said it, he didn't come on and say like, fuck Seattle, I can't do this shit no more, I'm out, right? Because he came out like, I just felt if we had a better O-line, I'll do better. I'm just tired of like trying to run out and trying to extend the plays. Meanwhile, my line can't hold up, and give him issues.
It's very taxing on the body.
Yeah, for me, for Russell Wilson, it didn't cost a lot because he's also Super Bowl champion. He never had a losing season, right? When you come to a team, probably have the best success you possibly can. So you won't have to trade up an arm and leg, maybe the whole body, right? And for Deshaun Watson, yeah, you probably could trade like a player, a couple picks, basically for him, and that would change the whole team too. Because when both of those teams go to like different contenders or whatever, expect something big happening.
Yeah, that's fair.
My best bet for Deshaun is like the Niners. Trade Jimmy Garoppolo and a couple of picks for him and send him the Niners, because the Niners will be disgusting with him. And Russell Wilson.
Poor Terry.
That's Terry as a Seahawks fan.
Poor Seahawks.
Look, if we lose Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson goes to the 49ers, God, what the fuck? I'm retiring as a fan, dude. What?
Nah, stick to the dark ages, cuz. What you mean, bro? Hey, pick up Jay Fielder. Keon know about him.
Repeat that. No, cuz. We the type of niggas, right? To trade Russell Wilson, right? And then we gonna draft Zach Wilson, cuz. Believe in the hype. That nigga gonna be acid in a bit. 20 interceptions first season, cuz. I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna give up.
Zach Wilson is a prototype player. Like, y'all gonna get Zach Wilson, or y'all gonna get fucking, what's his name? From y'all gonna get one of those prototype players where like because I said Joe. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence is going to be gone. And I think Justin Fields should be drafted by that point. So they going to bite on one of them. And, with no O-line probably still, they might be dead.
Might be. All right. Might as well get the casket ready, too. On draft day, get the casket.
DK will get his 1,000 yards, but we'll have about 20 interceptions thrown. So
Them combine measurements, they're not for pads, they for the casket. I'm telling you. Oh, he's 6'2". Nice. Bury his ass right there, right under the field.
But nah, for me, like Deshaun to the Niners, two Super Bowl contenders, and Seattle is whatever it is. Even Russell Wilson State, he's actually gonna get his ass killed. That line not protect him at all. You already
No.
got to face Aaron Donald in that top 5 defensive line, and the Niners line is already great with Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa, Kinlaw, and with the Cardinals now with Chandler Jones and JJ Watt, I don't see it happening. So I think Russell Wilson might be traded to the Bears or
Yeah, I
somewhere.
heard that.
I heard the Raiders too.
Yeah,
yeah,
but Raiders defense ass. So I don't agree.
Raiders defense is fucking garbage.
If Russell or Deshaun going to the Bears, I think automatic contenders. Like that is such, I think, a great spot. If they're able to keep Allen Robinson, if they keep
Bears especially, the Bears
very much contenders.
My God.
Like and as much as fun as it would be for the 49ers to be contenders with Deshaun Watson, that division would be so congested. Like they're gonna kill each other obviously throughout the season. Like if Deshaun goes to the 49ers, I will definitely say like there will not be a number 1 seed out of that division because they're gonna beat each other so much that someone else will probably steal that spot. But they'll be so battle hardened that I think they'll be one of those playoff teams where like any of them, you just don't want to see them at all.
Don't want to see them in the playoffs.
But and then especially even Seattle with that Baton and Bruce team, if they would go to the playoffs, they can pull off some magic. So even them, you don't want to see them in the playoffs. But
pray. Your prayer is not gonna be answered, Terry.
They're gonna be answered.
No.
I know Mr. NFC Championship not talking.
Hey, go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go home. They're fucking with y'all. Right with us. Right with us.
Nah.
We don't even got an old line, bro. And guess what?
Next
Guess
year,
y'all
don't worry.
couch.
We back next year. We making it to the Super Bowl.
Back in the NFC Championship, right? Yeah, that's cool. But y'all not gonna win the game. That's the problem.
All right. Tom Brady about to get shafted. Hold on.
By who?
The Packers. What you mean?
Y'all said that in the NFC Championship.
Do?
Y'all said that in the NFC Championship.
What, you gonna let a first-year wide receiver run your whole shit?
What are you talking about?
What?
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to get into something. It seemed like you wanted to. But in terms of the whole Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson thing, I think Russell Wilson's worth is the highest. I mean, he's an MVP caliber player out of anyone in the list, including Dak Prescott. So you're gonna have to give up, just like Keon said, a whole body for that man. But Deshaun Watson, I could easily see a trade to the 49ers happening. Mm-hmm. What would the Bears give up for someone like a Russell Wilson?
Well, but speaking of Dak Prescott, do y'all think he deserves the contract that he's asking for?
I don't think he deserves it, but I think he's owed it. It's because of the fucking market. Back in the day, bro, Jimmy Garoppolo's contract was big back in the day, but when you look at it compared to now, bro, it's only $26 million a year. Now niggas are making 35. So the fact that Dak Prescott won you 2 divisions, you owe him that much money. So it's you know what I'm saying? Although I don't think he deserves it, I don't think he deserves 38 to 40 million. He's gonna get it because of what the market is.
I'll come in here because it seems as if Keon's froze. I know he's back. I'll just for me, I think you're here.
You good?
You see. For me, I think I agree with you when I was talking about he's old, but in my thing, it's different because obviously I don't think most QBs even deserve the market to be like this, to be honest, because everyone's paying so much for QBs and stuff. Kirk Cousins getting so much money, and really what you should be paying for is playmakers so that y'all can actually go somewhere. I don't really think a lot of QBs even deserve this market that they got. But the reason why I want him to get his money is simply the fact that the Cowboys should have paid for him before. They wanted to play games. They thought they may have won, but this is the worst possible outcome for the Cowboys because he got injured, but he got injured in the most gruesome way, and now everybody is on his side. Everybody wants him to get a good contract. They're going to be able to push that advantage to them because Jared Jones ain't paying before. If they paid him before, they wouldn't have to pay him this much money now. And now the fact that because you saw how bad the Cowboys were, Dak Prescott was keeping them in games. They got him a couple wins, and the moment he went down, the niggas the only reason why they had a chance for the playoffs was because they're in the NFC least, and like that, they had like nobody in that division. Like Jalen Hurts had to come in for Carson Wentz, who was having like the probably most worst statistical year I've starting quarterback in a good while. The football team didn't even have a quarterback until like their playoff game. Alex Smith was a great story, and but he was literally playing off of like a broken leg. And props off to him too. There's so much respect for Alex Smith, man.
Yeah, comeback player.
So much, yeah, clearly deserved.
And then you have you have the Giants, who are even though they fought and they just don't have the roster to go anywhere. So I mean, you gonna have to pay him the money, not out the simple fact the market or anything, because this, you played yourself. You thought you could get away with franchising him and maybe shipping him off, but he got injured. You see how worthless you are without him. Because no disrespect, Andy Dalton's not even a bad quarterback, not that bad of a quarterback. He is a backup quarterback. He can even maybe start for other teams that had problems with quarterbacks. But you saw how garbage you were without him, and you need him. Because if you lose him, I promise you in this draft we'll be able to fix that. Not this year. The quarterbacks you want will be gone, and you don't have the roster right now to be a prototype team. So yeah.
So with the Cowboys and Dak Prescott, let's say he does get that money. He gets the big contract. Do you think that after breaking his foot, he's gonna be able to play up to that price tag that's on him? Is he gonna be at that play level?
We will have to see about that, because we never know how a player will be, right? Same thing we'll say about go to NBA right now. KD, right? Everybody talking about his Achilles and how he'll play. But if you see KD now, he'll average 30, right? Easily. And then it'll slow him down. So we have to see how Dak Prescott going to be on the field. I hope he will be up to that level again, but it all depends. Plus, the Cowboys, one thing to fix on, most importantly, is that defense. Because that defense have no type of playmakers, no awareness, no coverage, nothing. All they have is speed. That's it.
They just out there. They out there chilling, bro. I don't know what to do.
Because of that defense, they're always playing a game of catch up. I feel like Prescott in our own Madden franchise. Pain. Absolutely.
With the number one total defense and the number one pass defense, but we ain't gonna speak on that,
bro. Pass defense. So wait, when we replay the clip of Michael just throwing a Hail Mary attempt to send it to overtime on my defense, that's the number one passing defense.
That's on you. That's because of you, cut.
Bro, I'm gonna play the clip. Don't worry, it's gonna be edited, bro.
Just nice edited.
I'll put it in.
Oh my!
That's gonna be hilarious, bro. That's on you, bro. What you talking about? You should have went out there and batted it out yourself.
Bro, I really should have called a timeout. That was pain.
What's wrong with you? You the franchise quarterback, right? What's wrong with you, bro? That's on you. You should have been out there. What's wrong with you? That's our plan, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
But, I hope Dak is able to come back, obviously, because that's a gruesome leg injury. We saw Alex Smith come back and do the best that he can. And I hope Dak's able to come back and, have a great career, finish off his career nice, get the money that he deserves or should have gotten in the first place, and just finish off. But if you were to ask if I thought are the Cowboys going to be going anywhere anytime soon, I don't know. Once again, that defense has to be fixed. And look, I'm sure it's not an NFL casual. Neither is Terry. Keon is good in football, and Wilson, while he may sometimes call himself a casual, he knows much more than the average person. And if you were to look at the Cowboys defense, half the time I'm saying number 26 is doing back coverage. I don't even know half these niggas' names because they keep shifting them all the time.
Oh yeah,
you have to be a Cowboys fan to understand. And most Cowboys fans don't even know because.
How about them Cowboys?
And what's the problem with the Cowboys? By doing right by Dak and giving him the money he deserves there, since they already overpaid so many people, they overpay a lot of good players, as I've heard. You know what I'm saying? It's the same with the Cowboys. They overpaid Jalen Smith. They overpaid Zeke. They overpaid a lot of niggas, right? And so once they give Dak the money he deserves, they have less money to go to that defense because they put all the money in their big players. They're big guys.
Y'all think they should cut Ezekiel Elliott?
I thought they should have traded him while his value was the highest when they paid him. You feel me? It was definitely controversial at the time, but now that I sit and look at Zeke now, I'm kind of damn, I'm kind of right because they could have got a fucking ransom for Zeke when they had first got old. Because now his value dropped. Now we see Zeke, he's like, damn, Zeke, like, you still good, but like, you're not
when
the
people
same.
ask about like top 5 running backs,
Zeke don't come up.
Zeke rarely, especially after the year that running backs had. Even Christian McCaffrey being injured, we still had Alvin Kamara in his record-breaking, well, not record-breaking, but his that day with 6 touchdowns.
Yes,
you still have
Dalvin Cook, Aaron Henry.
Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry.
He is the king right now. He is the king.
2,000 rushing yards, only kings do that shit.
So I mean, like, well, his values dropped, and like it's tough because, and especially since a lot of people don't see him as like a back running back that much. Like you can say Alvin Kamara is like the best multi or purpose back him, Christian McCaffrey, or like Aaron Jones is really good as well. Dalvin Cook can pass and catch pass and that, but Zeke Elliott, I don't really, or at least the Cowboys don't utilize him like that. And like since he's not like that, or people don't see him like that, his value I don't think is really that high.
Value is especially when you have the young studs like James Robinson and Cam Akers coming in out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's like
J.K. Dobbins is probably going to be.
J.K. Dobbins is getting tough for Zeke to find a market now. So now if the Cowboys trade him, the fuck they're gonna get a second?
Yeah,
to a second and a third?
A bag of chips.
Well, a bag of chips, a paper clip, like
you have like Raheem Mostert who's breaking off. The Dolphins had like basically 2 undrafted rookies damn near go off the season. Myles Gaskin's been really good. And the other pickup, I always forget his name, but I'll show him up there. He's good, really good as well. So with all of that going off, running back value of certain types are getting higher, but his, especially with how much like punishment people say he has, and if he gets injured, I think it's done. I think they might have to move on.
I think we might have another Todd Gurley on our hands, but
yeah, what I was about to say, like, what happened to Todd Gurley? I mean,
dude, that man, look,
on the Rams.
Todd Gurley was good with touchdowns,
Falcons.
right? What he goes to the Falcons, he got some touchdowns. That's literally it, and then it's just kind of like
Todd Gurley's highlight was accidentally scoring a touchdown last year.
Exactly, that was his biggest highlight. He accidentally scored a touchdown and lost him the game. Yeah. So it's like he fell off through, and that's the problem. It's tough being a running back in the league. And then when they do that, can't really help you, boss.
All right. I guess we could talk about one more sport. UFC, the main event. It's happening. What is it tomorrow night? Israel Adesanya versus Jan Blachowicz. It's like a super fight. Both titles on the line. Does it have someone that they think is gonna win? I think I'm gonna go Izzy just because my black brother.
I'm gonna go with Izzy because I don't really know what Jan really about. I've watched Izzy fight, so it's kind of like I'm kind of more inclined to go with Izzy. So because I've seen him fight and I've seen what kind of dog that man is. So no knock on Jan, I just don't know enough about Jan to bet him. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think people are messing with the UFC as much as like the NFL and the NBA?
It's up and coming.
On the rise, or is it? Yeah,
it's on the rise.
Like when it's like a Conor McGregor headline, that's when give a damn.
Yeah, like when it's, you feel me? Because the UFC, it's relatively new compared to the other two, so like it's still on the rise, still coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because the NFL, like Super Bowl Sunday is damn near a national holiday, bro. Like they racking about 80, 90 million views on one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, they make millions of dollars are made on that fucking day. So it's like it's gonna be hard for any league to make it there. Even like the MLB that's been around way longer than those leagues is still trying to catch up to them. So for the UFC, which is a smaller scale sport, which has a really great following, it's gonna be hard to get to the NFL, NBA levels that have already just established and are flourishing at this point.
And like that's an interesting take because like they have so many fighters from around the world that you would think that like just like how soccer, when like you have a whole nation behind like a team, they have nations behind certain fighters. So you would think that like in a way they'd have more of a pull because the whole world is watching in a sense, but they still haven't caught up to the NBA and NFL in that aspect.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I mean, all right, that's enough sports for today. Does anybody have any recommendations to close off this episode of the podcast?
Any recommendations? I don't know what it is. Watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Watch AOT. Y'all know
Weekly reminder. You know what I'm saying? Let me just follow.
reminder. Y'all know what it is.
It's a guy.
That's it. Oh, and Ronnie 2K, please fix your fucking game. Like,
That nigga just got 2K21. That boy say, you know what? I'm tired.
Yo,
I've had enough.
tell me how they added Madden 21 to Game Pass like 2-3 days after we bought it.
yeah, that one hurt. That
I
one
don't give a
hurt.
fuck. I'm having fun on the game, so I'll take it.
I
don't
played
care.
current gen 2K21
Piss
for
me off.
about 30 minutes and said, bro, this game ass. I don't know how y'all
Off the rip, it's garbage.
Yeah,
So-
we gotta get next gen, bro. We gotta hop
Y'all
on
got
it, bro.
that. Y'all got that. I gotta get next gen 2K because
Bro,
this
current gen hit, bro. You just gotta get good.
nah current gen hit. What?
When the
No.
fuck did current gen hit?
What?
But you just gotta make a role player. See, I'm a saucy playmaker. Just make like a stretch big.
Oh, you a Sasha Payment? What happened to your first build? The shooter.
Oh,
You was
I didn't
Clint
play
in
making
it.
shot creator. I
You was
should've made a
ass in it.
I made a shot shooting facilitator, bro. All right, I can't speed boost. Why does man Michael froze mess up?
Great, that was a-
I am sick and tired of this shit. All right, I'm back. Okay. What I was saying is my dog, he wants niggas to play with him. That's why he's saying niggas need to hop on. If any of y'all got a stretch big out there that's cracked, please join Wilson, bro. Because too many times
We winning, we streaking.
Too many times I'm in the party, bro, and he be playing with some mid niggas, bro, and they be pissing him off, bro. So, y'all gotta hop on, bro, because I'm on this next gen wave with Keon, bro. Once I didn't get the game is wrapped.
Bro, I need to get a next gen console.
I need to get next. I got next gen money, but like,
Hey, boy, you better
Bruh,
find.
we black and cheapskates, man. You feel
you
me?
feel me? I'm cheap. I gotta let some games come out, bro.
I mean, good luck finding a console, cause like, boy,
Yeah. That shit is hard.
Them shit sell out so quick.
That shit, what drop come out? Bots, scammers.
Why even
Niggas,
bots? Niggas just trying to buy the actual console itself, bro. I be seeing some of my roommates, bro. Them niggas say PS5s available at Target, but them niggas drive all the way down there, bro. I stay there vibing, bro. Them niggas come back. I say, hey, you got your console, bro? Them niggas come in.
They come in soaking. They be like,
That's pain for real.
It's tough. I knew when I got my shit. I said I'm set, cause like,
yeah.
I'm good. I got that
You
shit.
really lucked out.
Recommendation?
Yeah, what's your
Oh.
recommendation for the week, Terry?
What was my recommendation last week? My recommendation last week was Dr. Stone, wasn't it? Fuck.
I think so, yeah.
Black Clover about to end soon. You feel me? Get right. It's a long ass show. If you got time, I know half of y'all niggas don't got lives for real. So you feel me?
They're
It's
definitely
about
gonna
a
come
clean.
back to episode 5. Thanks for insulting her.
It's about a clean 167 episode. So if you got the time, watch Black Clover. Get right. It's getting active right now. So and it's about to end March 30th, something like that.
All right. Keon, what's your recommendation? Our special.
As our guest, the GOAT.
You
What's
recommend
that?
anything?
Anything. It doesn't have
What
to be
should people
animated.
look out for? What should they watch, do? Like,
Anything.
what do you recommend for this week?
Watch Jujutsu Kaisen. That's the most important thing I gotta watch.
Good man, good man.
Watch Black Clover, yeah. Watch that shit too. That shit heat. Beat your meat. Cause niggas out there be strong.
Look, he kind of caught me slipping. I was with him. I was like, okay. He said, "Bitch," I'm like, well, you're not wrong, but like, oh Lord.
Bro, what you getting into, my
Hold
guy?
on. Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that?
It's a real thing. Like some niggas
Get your nut in, cuz.
Some niggas be stressed.
Right, gotta beat your meat. At least
Oh
let
my
some shit off. Or something.
Hey,
Do something.
you make most of your decisions after you beat your meat. Most of your big decisions in life.
When you be sitting on the toilet like this,
You be pondering on the toilet face.
shit, I be what? Stop playing, bro. My nigga. Whole book ideas came on the toilet. Cause stop playing with the toilet, bro. That shit is fire. That shit, we seen that bit out there.
Toilet really is a thinking generator, and the shower. I be thinking about so many shits in the shower. Like
I be singing in the shower. I'm sorry, I can't think shit. I can't think shit in the shower.
I
I be singing in the
But
shower.
nah, bro. I be water bending and coming up with all my goals and dreams in the shower.
I be vibing in the shower. Cause you can't shut me up in the shower, bro. It's the toilet where the thinking go down.
All right, bro. This man's a singer in the shower for real.
Stop
My
playing.
recommendation for the week. Wait, what'd you say, Michael?
I was just saying, bro. If you a singer, bro, hey, that's all you, bro.
Yeah, that's all you, my guy.
Plan.
All right, McDonald's logo. My recommendation for the week. My recommendation for the week. Oh, don't leave, man.
Don't leave.
He's down bad.
It's my
I'm sorry.
fault.
I'm sorry.
It's my fault.
Don't leave. It's my fault.
Oh, shit.
All right.
All
All
right,
right.
we got
So,
like 2 minutes to wrap this bad boy up.
yeah. So to wrap it up, my recommendation for the week definitely is going to be the UFC bout. That is, it should be Saturday, March 6th. It should be.
Damn, by the time this out, them niggas, that shit would already.
Yeah,
been
it's
out.
already gonna be done. So next episode, I'm probably gonna have watched it by then, and I'm gonna talk about it because UFC interests me. And I'm gonna break down what I see.
That shit hit.
Yes, sir.
Watch more UFC, people. It's actually
UFC hits. UFC hits. I didn't
That
change
shit
that
really
out.
hits. I ain't
First
gonna
thought, but UFC slaps. So
Yes, sir.
it's just such a fucking paywall, Dana White. Fuck you.
When Dana was sniping
All
the
types
streams.
Oh my god.
I ain't gonna say shit right now because this on an official recording, bro.
What?
Oh yeah. We buy ESPN Plus, Dana White. We buy all the
You
pay-per-views.
feel me? We buy all the pay-per-views.
Don't
You know what I'm
snipe our
saying?
shit.
Don't hop on us. But if you want to sponsor us to give us free shit, hey,
Why?
hey,
I'll take some UFC merch.
Yo, fly me out
Relax.
to Abu Dhabi, bro.
What?
bro,
Let me go to Fight Night real quick.
If I gotta be on Fight Island, hey, that's not
What? 4 a.m. 4 a.m. on Fight Island? Come on.
bro. That's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? Get some sponsorships going. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. I know they're gonna find this shit too. Even with the 3 subscribers niggas got.
What? It's the fact that we mentioned
for every. He said, "Who talking about UFC?" Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, you
clacking
That man
Oh,
already
shit.
got our IP address for real.
off the rip.
Damn.
All right,
But
but
yeah.
we got to wrap it up. We got
Less than a minute. Gotta wrap this shit up. Episode 4 in the books. Yes, sir.
4 in the books.
Special
Shout out our
guest
guest Keon.
Shout out Keon for real.
Hopefully,
For taking the time out.
man.
Sir.
I'm back. I'm gonna see him later in COD because that nigga will be struggling.
With Microsoft Word, motherfucking August ashes.
Nah. Recommendation of the week, bro. Play COD, bro, and see a nigga called Microsoft Word drop you, bro. Your whole life gonna change, bro. Your whole life.
You get your ass deleted by Microsoft Word.
Look at me with Excel, PowerPoint, the whole fucking Microsoft.
Nah, bro. August Ames Ashes gotta be the coldest nigga.
That shit is tough. That shit
gotta
is
be
tough.
the coldest nigga on the planet.
Oh my
You know
god.
what it is, bro. Close this
All
out.
right, bro. We ran.
Yeah, 4 a.m. podcast. Wilson out. We all.